What's up, fellas? It's your boy Irunlikeagirl here, bringing you another semi-advanced, yet slightly mediocre, but not quite terrible gold making guide. What's up, boys? In this video today, we're going to talk about gold farming basics. So, real quick, a real gold farmer can spot an amateur a mile away. You know how? They're not playing a boomkin. If you're not playing a boomkin, you're missing out on so many benefits. Starfall, 40-yard AoE radius, that's insane. Why would you not use that? Instant flight form, travel form, speed burst, stealth, tank form, and even the little less known one, Moonglade teleport. You know, if you're farming an instance and you have to travel all the way back to the beginning of the instance to run out and reset, it's terrible. Druids, Moonglade teleport. Hit it, go to Moonglade, hit the button again, takes you right back to the beginning of the instance. Super easy. Alright, next, investing. You need to invest to get returns. Just like in real life, you have to spend money to make money. First thing you should invest in, bags. Hexweave bags. Get them for your personal bags and get them for your bank bags. After that, I would suggest getting the Garrison auction house. It is quite expensive, but in the long term, it's actually really worth it. Something else to invest in, Traveler's Tundra Mount. It is such a pain in the ass having to run to a town or run back to wherever you're farming. It's really nice investment, and I don't think it costs that much. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but let's proceed. Quick, while it's still on my mind, set your Hearthstone to the Veil. The Veil you can get pretty much anywhere, and if anything, you can go to Orgrimmar and you can get all the other random teleports too. Next up, TSM add-on. Trade Skull Master is your best friend. The mailbox options, very important. Very easy to use. Makes your life a whole hell of a lot easier. I'll leave a description down below. I can't remember his name, I'll have to find it, but he went through and created all kinds of groups and functions and stuff for TSM, and you can download and copy paste whatever his import string and import it into your own TSM. Also, Auctionator makes searching and selling on the auction house so much easier. Look into that. Put a description of all the stuff that I'm going to be talking about down below. Loot Appraiser, it's kind of a pain in the ass to set up at first, but once you get it going, it's really fun. Just kind of see like what kind of gold per hour you're making, thereabouts. Don't take the actual gold value to heart. Take it with a grain of salt, but it'll still give you a pretty good idea of what kind of drops you've been getting. You really need to get at least familiar with the Undermine Journal and a WoW auction. Those will really kind of help you find anything that's on the auction house that you might want to be buying out, flipping items, stuff like that. They're really fun to just look at, and you can actually kind of track your own self on the Undermine Journal versus other people on your realm about kind of like who's the best gold farmer, seller, or whatever. This is something to look into. Then really once you get basically everything set up, you want to start building your inventory around transmog. That's my suggestion. Get a good stockpile of stuff because transmog tends to sell very slow. It can yield high returns, but still it kind of sells slow. So it really kind of pads your income in between the quick sales, which are like mats and trade goods, certain pets, potions, enchants, all those sorts of things. Then you're going to want to find what markets are being neglected or way overpriced, and probably do your farms based on something like that. So I'm not really doing anything. I might want to fly around here for a minute, give you guys something to look at. And nope, bored already. Okay. One thing you want to remember is do not do not flood the auction house. It will hurt you. People will buy up all your stuff super cheap, and you're not making as much money as you can. But you can kind of do it at a risk. You could keep undercutting somebody, and then once it gets to a certain price that you want, you can just buy them out, and then take your stuff off, and relist at a later time, or relist really high. And it's kind of risky, but do that at your own risk. You should always try to buy his stuff off auction house. Don't always wait around for stuff to like pop up either. Items become available in trade chat all the time. Keep your eyes open, and if you want to sell stuff in trade chat, you should do that as well. I have a little macro for Pandarian mats because they still sell pretty well in my realm. It's like buying your old Pandaren mats for 50 silver each, or 120 gold a stack, or something like that. But I actually get a lot of hits off of that, and I can flip those really well and make a lot of money. Let's see, what else? Your garrison. Set up your garrison. Real quick, just a few of the buildings that you should have. You should always have a salvage yard. That brings you some decent money. An inn. That way you can weekly get followers that have specific traits or what have you. I usually go for the epic mount or treasure finding traits or abilities. That way it cuts down either the time it takes them to complete a mission, or increases the amount of gold that you get from whatever gold finding missions you get. Also, you should always have a bank. It's a lot easier not having to go to a town or whatever. And the last thing you should have is, War Mill. War Mill will give you work orders for garrison resources, which will also give you item upgrades for your followers. Makes them a lot better, and you get better missions in your garrison missions. So those are the basics, guys. They're not perfect, they're not the best, but it's a start. It's a solid foundation. If you follow these, you'll be on your way to making some great gold. Alright, fellas, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.